Hello everybody, this is Brisbane05 Blast here and welcome back to another video of this channel. In this previous episode we have done the Community Shield. That means our first episode of the FC24 Arsenal career mode, in which we actually made a wonderful signing, Eduardo Camavinga from Real Madrid, and he's actually been bolstering well in his first game. He's actually doing well in his first game, scoring a goal in the Community Shield against Manchester City, which actually got them their first ever silverware. But now, this episode, we will be starting our Premier League match. Yes, our Premier League match. That means our Premier League episode. And you know what opponent we'll be versing. We'll be up against Nottingham Forest in what will be an entertaining match here. So I really hope you enjoyed this one, as I'm planning to make some more FC24 career mode videos in the future. As I really wanted to make it the best, and want you guys to see how it is. So yeah, and we're just 5 subscribers away from hitting the 50 subscribers. And after this, I really want my goal to actually reach 100 subscribers. We have to keep on increasing the goals. We can't just stop there. So that's why I really want you to please subscribe to my channel, as I'm trying my best to make some wonderful videos for you guys. So yeah, feel free to do that. Without further ado, let's get to our episode right away. Alright guys, we're here at this FC24 episode, our second episode, as it's going to be Arsenal up against Nottingham Forest. But I really want to change this formation, because I really want Odegaard to actually be there in this starting 11, as he's like the expert midfielder. So, and I did put Kai Havertz to be the captain. Well, we are going to do that, but I guess it's a bit too early for Kai Havertz to actually lead this group, because as a camp position, we don't know if he's actually going to guide this to safety. And Odegaard, he has been in Arsenal for a very long time. So that's the reason why I really want to trust I just want to trust Kai Havertz, but that doesn't mean I really want him to be the captain. I just want him to be the captain, so I don't want him to feel bad, because it's just a beginner for actually leading this Arsenal team. Once Odegaard actually gets into an injury or leaves Arsenal or betrays Arsenal in the future. So, yeah. So we will be making some changes. Unfortunately, I'm not going to show that to you because, like I said, I'm doing it in a phone. If I was maybe doing it in some other device, I would have easily showed it to you. But we'll get to that right away. Alright, guys. So I'm actually going to do the 4-5-1 attack. We're obviously going to put Camavinga as a center midfielder. We'll get to that soon. But first, I need to go to team management. We're obviously going to change the roles here for Kai Havertz. Unfortunately, it's a bit too early for you to be taking the captaincy. We're going to give the expertise to Odegaard, because he's like the main man leading this one. But we will feature you in most of the games, Havertz, so don't worry about it. And now, the moment that I've been waiting for. I need to go to... Well, first I need to go to the team management to see if I made the right changes here. Yep, I have Thomas Partey, Declan Rice. And I also have Tierney, Timber, Runarsson. Then we have Kiwior, Vieira, Nelson, Elneny, Marquinhos, Nicola Pepe, and Tomiyasu. Cedric is also there. And then we have Smith Raul. We will trust these players in the future. We can maybe feature Vieira and Elneny in the Carabao Cup matches, just to rest our big stars. But yeah, the reason I really wanted to basically put Camavinga in is I really want to change his formation. Not his formation, but his position. And I know what to do here. So, it's possible to go from here, all right? That kind of explains. And where's Camavinga? There he is. So he's now playing for the CDM, and unfortunately he doesn't know the center midfielder position. So I'm going to feature him in a development plan. And yeah, I'm working on the center midfielder right away. So he was initially as a center defensive midfielder, and we're going to put him as let's say as the anchorman. Let's see which one is much better. Either balanced, a deep line playmaker, anchorman, a ball winning midfielder, or a defensive midfield. Well, his finishing, we need to improve his finishing, honestly. So I guess our only option would be is to do balanced, but that takes like 32 weeks, and by then it will almost be January. So the best option here for Kamavinga is let's keep it as an anchorman, and then we can put it as a centre midfielder. How about this one? Oh, I forgot. It doesn't impact on the growth, honestly. So, but yeah, we can't convert him into a centre midfielder as it would really help him adapt much in this Arsenal squad since he's mostly a centre defensive midfielder as a Real Madrid player. But making him as a centre midfielder would really help him a lot. So I'm pretty sure this will help him. Don't worry. And now, without further ado, let's start our match as we're up against Nottingham Forest, our first Premier League match. It's gonna be a very crazy one. Newcastle United have shown interest in Jakub Kiewa on loan deal. Do you know what? You know what? Uh, there is Sambi Lokonga, and then there's Smith Rowe for Chelsea. So obviously Chelsea kind of rejected it. And there's Albert Sambi Lokonga loaning this player. These guys are over like less. But you know what? I can trust these players since they are initially going to become the best here. And yep, that's Sambi Lokonga being accepted. And we also have Kiwior as a loan here to Newcastle United. So we're not going to negotiate it, but so I think, yeah, we can well, let's take a look at yeah. Newcastle United is interested in loaning this player with an option to buy. Their offered fee varies based on the wage split and loan length. You agree with them, so you must negotiate or delegate the terms of the deal. Well, I guess we might not see the negotiation here, so I guess we'll be right back here. So I might have to pause it here for a while. Alright, guys, I've already done the negotiation as I already offered Jacob Kiwior on a loan to Newcastle United. As it's going to be a very interesting one because these two players are basically below standards. So we got Jacob Kiwior on a 1 year loan to Newcastle United. And this is actually pretty good because we want him for our squad in the future. And then we have Albert Sambi Lokonga to UCD Palmas. So that could also be another one. But now, let's do our Nottingham Forest match. Oh wait, Napoli have offered. Now we're gonna reject this one. No, wait, no. I know they wanted a swap deal, but no, we're rejecting this. No, I'm sorry, we're rejecting this one. But anyway, let's do our Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal match as Arsenal are going for the gegenpressing, but this time Nottingham Forest are actually going for the counter-attack. But let's see their squad. So they have Sotil, Awuni, Johnson, Mongala, O'Brien, Yates, Toffolo, Biancone, Felipe, and Williams. Well, they have their best player, Robo Friola, who's doing pretty well for Switzerland. Danilo. Then we have Serge Aurier, who I think played for Spurs. But I think they should work out well here. Press conference time. Unfortunately, we might not be doing the press conference here, so again, I gotta pause it. It's kind of annoying, but sometimes it's kind of worth it. So yeah. All right. So what the press conference actually gathered Mikel Arteta, his first question was, "Are their boys ready to challenge the title?" And Mikel Arteta was obviously bold about this because they tried this last year and they couldn't get it, but this time they have that confidence. And then second thing is Alexander Zinchenko is still picked, even though he's actually sus in terms of being as a left back. But Mikel Arteta decided to pick him because if he's not playing, he would be stuck in rut and he might actually be one of the forgotten players of Arsenal. That's why I told you I would still keep Zinchenko in for Arsenal because I really want to show true potential on him. And then the third question mentioned about Nottingham Forest being a strong opponent, but obviously Arsenal have that ball response. They can easily beat them, so I wouldn't be that surprised. But now let's go to kickoff as we'll be taking on Nottingham Forest, who will be going for a counter attack position. So I really cannot wait for this match. We will be starting initially, so don't go anywhere. Just let's see what the customizing. I think it's just for the match, but let's see what it does. I think it's for setting things, the settings. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, I've never done this actually. And then they also have this select aside, game settings, controlling. Yeah, it has that actually. But you know what? I do not want commentaries because I'm actually doing the commentaries, so that's the reason why I'm doing it. Yeah, there's the commentary volume. So I really don't want to do this because it kind of actually kills time. But I think I'm kind of confident here. I'm kind of confident. So yeah. But don't go anywhere as we will be starting the match shortly. So Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest is obviously going to be our first match of the Premier League as these two are fighting for success. Well, Nottingham Forest is actually one of the mediocre teams, but Arsenal are obviously the strong team and they're really in revenge for getting the title after losing to a title race to Manchester City. As we already have one of our best players in, Eduardo Camavinga. He's been like one of the best players, honestly. That's why he's plays for Real Madrid in current season. But our first match is taking place in Emirates Stadium, so I really cannot wait for this match. It's gonna be one of the best. So let's take a look at the starting 11 for Arsenal. As picked up by Mikel Arteta. They're going for a 4-5-1 attack with Ramsdale being as the goalie, Zinchenko, Gabriel, Williams, Saliba, White as the defenders, Camavinga, Martinelli, Havertz, Odegaard and Saka as the midfielding department, and Jesus, the striker. Arsenal has come with high expectations to win this match because they're the favourites. But Manchester City is like the only team that's stopping Arsenal and getting their trophy. But let's take a look at Nottingham Forest starting 11. They're going for a 4-3-3. That's a pretty interesting formation here. But come to think of this, we do the gegenpressing. So we have to basically do high press, like pile on high presses on them to actually win the ball more. So
thank you, Emirates Stadium. Enjoy the game.
That's our specialty, whereas Nottingham Forest tactics are basically a counter-attack, and that's what they're good at. They basically counter-attack our attacking plays, when we do a bit stinky in our attack. So yeah. Looks like the kickoff is already started with Nottingham Forest surprisingly having the ball. So here's O'Brien, still O'Brien. It's O'Brien here. Still O'Brien. It's still O'Brien. Oh, it's passed to Williams. But then he passes it to Brendan Johnson, who's actually pretty good here for Nottingham Forest. But what a defense here, man. Honestly, I'm not worried about their defense, but they just can't concede easily. But here's Zinchenko, and as you can see, Sotil actually plays his first match as a Nottingham Forest player. That's his debut match, as you can see on the top left screen. But let's not forget about this because Arsenal are on the attack. Bukayo Saka, oh my goodness. This guy truly needs a Ballon d'Or in the future because he can easily score goals whenever these players are like caught napping or so. So yeah. And the right midfielder is actually a pretty good position here for Saka because he can easily score goals from this one. Sadly, Hennessy could not save this one. I mean, yeah, it's kind of disappointing, but yeah, it is what it is. And Saka gets his first goal of the Premier League, and that's his third goal overall, actually, because he scored 2 goals in the Community Shield. Not sure if it actually counts, but yeah.
Goal for Arsenal. Number 7, Bukayo Saka.
Nottingham Forest are looking for revenge here. They need to find goals quickly. But this is actually pretty good though for us because now we have the lead. But what an interception here from Gabriel. Finds Martinelli. Still Martinelli. It's still Martinelli. Still Martinelli. Alright. And it's offside. Alright, we might have to stop here for a while just to play the bit of some icky bits, so don't go anywhere. Alright, sorry guys. Sorry guys, I actually paused it because there was some stains on this one. But don't worry, now it's back to good HD condition. As Nottingham Forest have the chance because of that Arsenal offside. Saka was actually offside, as you already saw that, because I kind of went a bit silent after this because I kind of got distracted because of that spot. But don't worry, it's all cleansed. But this is a chance here for Nottingham Forest, but what a save from Ramsdale, who has a pretty stinky season. That's why Ramsdale was initially subbed off in real life, and Raya, who's on loan from Brentford, has now made a permanent deal to Arsenal. But I'm pretty sure Ramsdale could do pretty good saves, like he did just now with Mongala. Oh my goodness, Ramsdale. This guy is him. He can easily make saves in the game, but not in real life. I cannot believe it. This is like 2 saves he's been making over Mongala, but Brennan Johnson, and that's another save here from Aaron Ramsdale. This guy's him. He could probably be the next Perishek. Or the next David Seaman, if you kind of notice about this. As we already have our first corner of the game for Nottingham Forest. But Nottingham Forest are not going anywhere. They're piling attack on us, if you haven't noticed. Goes for a big corner kick. But Kamavinga easily takes this one. But it's still with Nottingham Forest as Bian Kone has it. Finds Mongala. It's Mongala with the ball. Still Mongala. Mongala shoots, and what a save from Aaron Ramsdale. This guy's really him. I cannot believe it. Ramsdale can easily make some good saves. And it's another corner kick here for Nottingham Forest. Here's Brennan Johnson. Goes long this time. And finds Awoniyi. It's still Awoniyi. And he scores. That's an equalizer here from Nottingham Forest. They needed this so badly after piling attack on us. Sadly, Ramsdale could not come to his aid. Could not save us right there. It's kind of disappointing though for us. But what a start here from Nottingham Forest. They needed that equalizer after this wonderful attack they had. But can we bounce back? Can we retake the lead? We don't know. But Ramsdale, I don't blame him because he actually made 2 crucial saves on Mongala's shots. So I don't blame him this time. But now we're on level pegging terms here, as this can go anywhere here. Can go either way. Can go for us or Nottingham Forest. Here's Gabriel. But who's going to come to our aid here? Zinchenko has it, finds Martinelli. Martinelli has that wonderful pace, and he's making use of it. But what a save here from Hennessy, as he dummies the short pass, just to fool a bit of Arsenal players here. But what a take from Saliba, but Yates intercepts this one. And now O'Brien, still O'Brien. But that's a unforced error here as he couldn't find Brennan Johnson clearly. Here's Kamavinga. Finds Havertz. It's still Kai Havertz. Finds Gabriel Jesus. Now to Martin Odegaard. Still Odegaard finds Bukayo Saka. He's been our saviour. But what a saviour from Hennessy. And now we get our first corner. If I remember correctly. Yeah, that is our first corner. And Saka is actually taking the corner. But who's going to come for a shot? No one's coming for a shot. They're relying on from the box here. Saka crosses this one. But what a defense here from Awoniyi. But it's still with Arsenal, which is good here. Jesus has this one. Finds Havertz. Still Havertz. Havertz gets marked. He gets bullied right there. But what? Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh. This could have been one of the awkward goals I've ever seen in this match. But as you can see for Gabriel Martinelli, he has not been doing pretty well. He has only made 3 touches and has completed 1 pass. But apart from this, he has not done well. So we got to make some changes here. We need to trust our players here, honestly. But let's take a look at the highlights. Saka was the player that actually started strong here for Arsenal. Hennessy could not save this one from the near post. But then here's Awoniyi, I'm pretty sure that's the player. He actually tried to shoot this one, but Ramsdale saves this, but it didn't come into vain, as Awoniyi actually made a bit of a redemption here as he scored an equalizer. And here's Bukayo Saka. He actually tried to give us the lead back, but Hennessy this time denies him. And as you can see around the grounds, Burnley and Manchester City are tied with 0-0 in just 30 minutes. And now I think we need to go to the team management here. Who has been lacking? Who has been sus lately? Gabriel Martinelli has actually been sus. So you know what? I'm actually going to replace him with Eddie Nketiah or Trossard. Either one of those players. Well, Eddie Nketiah will probably come in for Jesus if he feels like getting subbed off. But I'm pretty sure Leandro Trossard would be the man as a centre forward here. There we go. Even though he's playing off bit, we kind of need the subs. And now second half is already started. So I already subbed off Gabriel Martinelli, who's actually been a bit sus in for Trossard. And now here's Gabriel Jesus, finds Havertz. And as we have the advantage, Havertz can actually give us the lead. But what a save from Hennessy, as he kind of denies Havertz the goal. He has been doing well here for us, Havertz. But Hennessy keeps on defending for life. And now here's Brennan Johnson. But as you can see, Moreno has already gone to Aston Villa, as you saw that on the top left. Brennan Johnson actually has the chance to give Nottingham Forest the lead, which they do. This is not going well for us. We were initially 1-0 up. What has happened there? Brennan Johnson has already given... What is this? I don't know what's happened there. Their face has just gone transparent for a second. But as you can see right there, Brennan Johnson actually was too good. His pace. You got to worry about his pace, man. And Ramsdale kind of been a bit sus here. Could have easily saved that. But no.
Nottingham Forest goal. Number 20, Brennan Johnson.
Now we're down by 1 goal. It is very hard here because... Yeah, I know we actually got a three goal lead over Manchester City in the Community Shield. But this is the Premier League I'm talking about. Can Kamavinga come to our aid? He does. He finds Gabriel Jesus. But what a tackle here from Yates, who actually got booked for for a bad, awkward tackle. Here's Williams. Finds Awoniyi. Here's O'Brien. There's Awoniyi here. Finds Sotil. This guy is on debut here. He shoots, but Ramsdale comes to his aid. Comes to our aid, actually. And Kamavinga easily has to get subbed off. He hasn't done pretty much. Unfortunately, Kamavinga kind of failed us there. So Partey will have to help us here. So he gets subbed off here for Partey. Unfortunately, that's not been a good start here for him. As we concede a corner here. Johnson will be taking the corner. But I'm pretty sure that Arsenal player, I'm not sure who it is, but I think, yeah, comes to his aid there. But here's Felipe. There's Felipe. Felipe finds Awoniyi. But what a take here. They're just surviving, honestly. But as you can see on August 18th, that's actually my birthday. We have Crystal Palace up against us. And we're up against Crystal Palace. Here's Trossard. He finds Havertz. And that's an own goal. That's actually an own goal. But for some reason, Havertz actually takes the ball. But we need a confirmation here to see if it's either a Havertz goal. But what a run here from Leandro Trossard. That's why I kind of subbed him in for Martinelli. Look, I told you, Nketiah is coming in for Jesus. Did he actually have contact on the ball? So Jesus comes off for Eddie Nketiah. We're kind of benching our best players here. First Martinelli. And it is actually an own goal, but it's from Ryan Yates. So Havertz actually doesn't get a goal here for us. But an own goal is fine because we get back in the game. And now here's Serge Aurier. We're already in an level pegging game. We really need to win this match. Here's Serge Aurier. But what a good tackle here from Thomas Partey. Finds Ramsdale. Finds Gabriel. It's Gabriel. Finds White. Finds Saka. Bukayo Saka has really been our hero here. Now he finds Eddie Nketiah, who's coming in the substituted player. Can he score? Of course he can. And that's actually given us back the lead we deserved. We rely on our sub players, honestly. First, Leandro Trossard make that wonderful run, finding Havertz. Havertz actually thought he scored that goal, but the own goal kind of robbed him a bit. And then we have Eddie Nketiah, for some reason, who actually saved us there. And unfortunately, we might have to be subbing off Zinchenko here for Taney. But who cares? Eddie Nketiah, who actually comes off for Gabriel Jesus, might have helped us there. And we take back the lead. We're now 1-goal lead over Nottingham Forest. This has really helped us pretty much.
Substitution for Arsenal. Coming off the pitch, number 35, Alexander Zinchenko. To be replaced by number 3, Kieran Tierney.
Alright, so I already made the substitution. I did sub off Zinchenko. He kind of got fatigued there. But here's Awoniyi. Can we defend this? We have to rely on our defenders. Here's Sotil. Sotil kind of shoots this one, but Ramsdale easily saves this. He's been doing very well here for us. Apart from conceding goals, which he could have saved that. But now we have 6 more minutes to go. Can we hold on the lead? Here's Brennan Johnson. What a diving save here from Ramsdale. Couldn't find any players in the box as Ramsdale managed to save this one. As Ramsdale finds White, but he kind of went a bit overboard there. Finds the touchline instead. As we have another substitution here for Nottingham Forest. They subbed off Awoniyi, who actually scored that equalizer in the first half. But I'm pretty sure these players are... I think they're probably going for reinforcements, which could be scary here for us. Here's Uinju. That's offside. Because I can take a look at the I can actually take a look at this cutscene here. Wood thought he scored this one, but thankfully the linesman was in our favor, as Wood was actually way offside. Thanks to the linesman, we actually got saved there. This could have actually been costly because Wood was actually the substituted player. But here's Eddie Nketiah. We have 5 minutes of added time left. Does find a chip kick to Tierney. Here's Tierney. Tierney does try to go for a cross, but didn't find anyone as it just breezes past to the keeper, and then to the outline here, as it's a goal kick. I wouldn't say it's a sideline, but yeah, it's an outline. And now Hennessy, who has actually been pretty good here for Nottingham Forest, making crucial saves to deny us our chances to take the lead. He has been doing pretty well, but we're just too good. Honestly, we're just too good. Our attack is too good. It's just that we're not doing well defensively. And they're just wasting time, which is exactly what we needed. But Mongala still has the ball. This could be their last attack. Still Mongala. We need to hold on here. Mongala. That's a goal kick here. But it kind of hit Trossard there, so it's a corner kick. And this could be this could be the last attack of the game. They're bringing on their keeper in the box. Hennessy comes in the box. Here's Brennan Johnson. Finds one of the players. This could be a chance here for Nottingham Forest. That could have been the chance for the equalizer. But time has already been called out as we managed to scrape past Nottingham Forest in what was a very wonderful game here. Mikel Arteta, he's congratulating Steve Cooper for a wonderful match. But shout out to this player, Eddie Nketiah, who has been another Arsenal saviour. Apart from Bukayo Saka, who's basically doing everything to keep our team in front. But Eddie Nketiah has been contributing well. As we get the job done over Nottingham Forest, 3-2. Let's take a look at the highlights though. We already know the highlights. Saka, just too good for the defense. And easily slot this one home. And then obviously the equalizer goal, thanks to a wonderful delivery here from Brennan Johnson, finding Awoniyi. Just get past Ramsdale. And then obviously another player, Brennan Johnson, who actually got an assist on Awoniyi. His pace was too dangerous, and because of that, he actually scored that goal which put them in front. But then, who else that saved us? Eddie Nketiah. There was an own goal that actually gave us the equalizer, but Eddie Nketiah was our hero here. But Nottingham Forest actually had one last chance, but Brennan Johnson kind of went off there for a bit as Trossard kind of saved us here. He deflected that as we got our first 3 points of the match. We might need to take a look at the post-match interview, but I'll basically feed you the summary of it as I could not do it. I cannot show it to you as it could have some interruptions, so I mean, come to think of it, I mean, I want to see if I can do the post-match interview perfectly. Let's see if I can do this. I kind of risked it because it was kind of savvy, but let's just do it. What the hell? And obviously, Manchester City still lead over Burnley as we're going to the post-match interview.
Just a couple of questions for you.
So here's Mikel Arteta. Why did you sub Zinchenko off? So I do what's best for the team. He won't always play. You have to take your chance when it comes. So you know what? I try to make sure every player gets treated the same here. Zinchenko is like no different. If you get an opportunity to play, you have to make the most of it. And then obviously just one goal between the team in the end. You've come away with the win thanks to the second half strike. Do you feel like you were comfortable or did you get nervous towards the end? Just one goal in it. Are you happy with today's performance? We gave ourselves something to hang into. Alright. This might probably take a while, so... Yep. So it says my players definitely stood up to the challenge today. Once we got our nose in front second half, we look really solid. Absolutely determined not to let the lead. Everybody probably had you down for easy win against Nottingham Forest, but you had to fight for the points. Did you? Did you basically underestimated them? Was that a more difficult a match that you'd been expecting? We made the chances to have won by more. The win's important, but the performance matters too. The key was winning the individual battles. The win's important, but the performance matters too. It's a bit of a cliche, but they say the sign of a good team is winning even when you don't play well. We weren't at our best, but I want to give the boys credit. We kept going. That's what Arteta said. That's a true champion and a true Arsenal player here and a true Arsenal manager here. And I really cannot believe that actually went well here for us. So inspired substitution and Nketiah wins it. And our next match will be up against Crystal Palace, who actually got the 3 points. Let's take a look at the... this is a heated one. Chelsea versus Liverpool. I don't know how that went. Let's take a look at the standings. So we're in third place at the moment. We're up against second place Crystal Palace. But let's take a look at their match. How that went well for them. So Crystal Palace actually got the job done over Sheffield United with a 2-0 victory. And we're actually up against them next week. So I really hope you enjoyed this one. And we'll be back for our next week's game. Goodbye. Hello guys, we're back, and just as we witnessed, this game was probably one of the best matches we've ever seen. It ended in a 3-2. The match ended with a 3-2 in the favor of us, the Arsenal fans here, an Arsenal fanboy here, getting the job done over Nottingham Forest, 3-2. So, we were actually lower. I wouldn't say we were low in our performances, but we had low standards. Because early in the second half, we actually conceded the goal to Brennan Johnson. And even though Saka was actually the player that actually got the goal here for us, and we actually had that 1-0 lead, but our Awoni equalized it. And then obviously we were locked 1-1 at halftime. But then as usual, Brennan Johnson, whose pace is actually very dangerous for us, he actually got the goal for Nottingham Forest and they actually have the lead. But then our substituted player actually got the job here for us. They were like the key to our success as Leandro Trossard make that wonderful run, finding Kai Havertz there. And we thought it was going to be a Havertz goal for a second, but Ryan Yates' own goal might have actually helped us because Havertz' strike might have kind of scared they might have scared them off. I don't want to. I was thinking of something inappropriate, but yeah, kind of scared them off. But then for whoever, or basically our third goal, that one player was actually our hero, our David. And who else would it be? It was Eddie Nketiah, one of our substituted player, that actually gave the job done by scoring in a one-on-one position over Hennessy, who is the Nottingham Forest keeper. He actually had that one-on-one position and actually scored that impossible goal. Or not an impossible goal, but scored that easy goal. And that's how we got the job done. But we actually were about to crumble our 2 points. We were actually going to drop points thanks to our linesman here, because Wood actually scored, but he was in an offside position. And that could have actually been, we could have actually drawn to Nottingham Forest, but we were lucky that we got the job done. And as Mikel Arteta said, it doesn't matter about the win. It's the performances that matters. And they weren't at their best. That's what Arteta said, but they kept on believing, and that's how they got the win. And Mikel Arteta was pretty proud of his boys, so that's how they worked as a team, and that's how they got the job done. But I really hope you enjoyed this one. Our next game will be against Crystal Palace, and that's happening on my birthday. Well, in the game, it's happening on my birthday, but yeah. 18th August. So, yeah. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this one. This is Brisbane 05 Blaster here, signing off.